What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson. Man, we got another good one for you guys, man. The NFL draft is over. We're going to get into a couple of our draft picks, man, and talk about them, man, and how they fit on this team. Also, we're going to get into some metrics that, how Ryan Poles drafted all elite players. They are considered elite players, man. Get into the rash on that, man. Talk a little bit about that. But, man, before we get into that, man, we're going to once again give out our winners, man. Our winner is Paul Givens. Paul Givens, if you're out there, you're watching this episode, you are a subscriber of ours, and you did win in last week's episode, please reach out to us so we can get in contact with you, so we can give you your gift over here at Bears News Network. You can reach out to us, Paul, at bearsnewsnet1 at gmail.com. That's bearsnewsnet1 at gmail.com. Okay. So, man, let's get right into it, man. I like the draft overall, man. Ryan Poles, I think he did a fantastic job. Like he said, we couldn't hit on everything, but man, we're gonna get into these draft picks and how I feel about them. Okay, starting off with Darnell Wright, man. You know this guy was one of my favorite, man. Most definitely an offensive tackle, big body, big dude, fits the frame, everything. Mean physical finisher. Somebody who man, is a plug and play starter right on this team, man. He has good punch. He disengages and resets very well. And he was one of the best players in the SEC. Man, Darnell Wright was a good pick. They did pass on Jalen Carter. I know a lot of you guys are, optimistic about that and thought that we should have picked Jalen Carter, but I'm fine with the pick, man. Good, safe pick. You can never go wrong with protecting Justin Fields, man. And we did have a big hole to fill at that right tackle spot on the offensive line, and we can say that we got a sure starter right there, Darnell Wright, hopefully. So, man, that was a good pick by Ryan Poles. Next is Jervon Dexter Sr., man, at 6'6", 312 pounds, man, the defensive tackle from Florida, man. He started all 13 games. He had 55 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 4 QB hits, 2 sacks, 1 interception, and 1 pass breakup, man. Still has a lot of upside. He's good at stopping the run, needs to improve at pass rush, but most definitely good at stopping the run, and big body, big mean defensive tackle, somebody that who fits the frame of Matt Eberflus' defense at that defensive tackle spot. Also, his freshman year, he had 19 tackles, 4 solo tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 1 interception his freshman year. So, just a lot of a lot of people say that this pick it has a lot of upside, and it does have a lot of upside. You have to rely on the coaches with this pick. I've been hearing a lot of people about, okay, we should have could have went in a different direction, but I feel like this was a good direction. And Ryan Poles, I believe and I trust in Ryan Poles. And you just gotta look to the coaches to coach them up. Like they said, these are guys that you got to get. Like Javon Dexter is a senior, is a guy you got to get this motor going. You got to get the motor going. So most definitely, it's all going to be about the coaches and that defensive line coach coaching this guy up. So I'm fine with the pick. Tyreek Stevenson is our next pick. 6 feet, 215 pounds. He's a versatile. Some people say he could play corner and safety in this league. He had 11 starts. He was 13th all conference. He's feisty, has an edge, one of them corners that's going to get on your face and talk a little smack. He's good at getting under wide receiver skin. So just fits that Tampa 2 defense, that Matt Eberflus defense. He's a corner that is a bear, man. He fits the bear mold. So most definitely a good pick at that. He has the Bears, man. He's a bear when you look at this guy, and I really like the pick. Now you feel comfortable about your secondary with Jalen Johnson and Jaquan Brisker, Eddie Jackson, and now Stevenson right there along with Kyler Gordon. Now you feel comfortable. Now that's a solid secondary that you got right there, and a nice group of starters right there. So I'm most definitely good with that pick. Ryan Poles said that they feel like they had to come up and trade and get him, that they did not feel like he was going to be there. So I'm fine with that pick as well. Let's go to Zach Pickens, man. I like this pick, man. Zach Pickens, 6'4", 305, man. He's good at the pass rush and needs to improve in the run defense, man. Just like Javon Dexter Sr., they're both similar. You got to coach these guys up, and they can be big-time players in the league, but they just need a little bit of coaching to coach them up. He was the Joe Morrison. He won the Joe Morrison Award as an MVP of the defense in 2022. He 32 starts he had. And also, man, not only that, he had 131 tackles, 11 and a half tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, and he started all the games. So, man, that's a good thing. I like this pick, Zach Pickens, man. I feel like between him and Javon Dexter, I kind of like Zach Pickens a little bit more. I kind of like his upside and feel comfortable a little bit more about him. But hopefully, both of these guys turn out for us. That's what we want, man. So most definitely like the Zach uh, Pickens pick as well. Also, another favorite pick of mine that I really really like is the Roschon Johnson pick, man, the running back from Texas. He's 6'2", 222 pounds, man. He was ranked 18th on Texas all-time rushing list. He had 2,190 yards, 392 carries, 23 career rushing, and 26 total, man, tied 17th in the program history, man. He has honorable mention all Big 12 2020 by the League of the Coaches in the College League. Man, he's just a better David Montgomery, man. He's David Montgomery replacement. That's somebody we just need to fill in and have a long-term David Montgomery replacement, and he is that dude. He's physical. He can break down and break tackles. Can catch out of the backfield as well, and he could be on kick return and go down there and make some tackles, man. So nice pick with Roschon Johnson. He was all B. John Robinson was the first string. He was the second string, but man, he still made a name for himself. So I'm most definitely cool with this pick. This somebody you could give the ball to in them late, game situations that's just going to wear down the defense, man. So nice pick right there by Ryan Post with Rashawn Johnson. Also, this guy kind of reminds me of Darnell Mooney. Tyler Scott at 5'11", 185 pounds, Cincinnati, man. He was a 2022 All AAC second team. He had career highs in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns, man. He had 4 games over 100 receiving yards and more. So he can stretch the defense, and he was ranked 19th in the nation for TDs, man. Like I said, he's a good comp to Donnell Mooney. He can play the slot, can take the top off the defense, and he can be big for you in the kickoff return game as well. He can kick off on some kick returns. We had a problem with Velus Jones last year with that, so he can do that as well and do that at a pretty good high level, man. Also, we're gonna talk about who may be on the hot seat. Just quick notion: Velus Jones, man, may be on the hot seat a lot. We're gonna have an episode talking about that as well, but that's another subject of topic we go get into. Next pick, Noah Sewell, man. 6'2", 253 pounds. Oregon. Penny Sewell is his brother from Detroit Lions tackle. Man, this guy, he can find the ball in the run game, man. He's a hard-hitting, traditional linebacker, man. Big thumper downhill in between the tackles. Can stand defensive lineman up. He's not good in coverage in space as far as running from sideline to sideline, but he is good in the blitz, and he can affect throws if he get his hands up and in between those tackles, if he get in between those tackles. At his 3-year career at Oregon, he had 215 tackles. He had 19.5 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and he was third in the tackles on team this year with 56 total tackles, 24 solo. So, man, Noah Sewell is somebody else, man. Does this mean that we just kicking Jack Sanborn to the curb? Like, what does this mean? That's something else we're gonna talk about too, man. But just that's something to keep in mind, because a lot of experts had this guy coming out. If he was coming out a couple of years, like last year, the year before last, they had him going maybe first round, second round, man. He had grades on him, and he dropped for some reason. But man, does that mean, what about Jackie Sanborn? But we're gonna talk about that later, man. So that's just a couple of picks, man, that I wanted to talk about out of all the picks that we had. So once again, man, we're gonna get into all the picks that we actually had, man, and we're gonna talk about them guys, and we're gonna start right here. We had Darnell Wright at number 10. We had Jervon Dexter Sr. with the 53rd pick. We went with Tyquise Stevenson with the 56th pick. Then we went my boy Zach Pickens with the 64th pick. Then we went Roshan Johnson, the running back from Texas, with the 115th pick. Then we went Tyler Scott, the wide receiver, Cincinnati, round 4 with the 133rd pick. Then we went round 5 with the 148th pick, Noah Sewell. Then with the 165th pick in round 5, we went Terrell Smith, cornerback, Minnesota. And then we went Travis Bell with round 7, 218 pick, the defensive tackle from Kennesaw State. And then in round 7, we went Kendall Williamson, the DB from Stanford, at pick 258, man. So those are our draft picks, man, that we had. We want to know, man, who is your favorite draft pick? Let us know right underneath this video. We want to know, man. Like I said, man, I'm a big fan of Darnell Wright and Zach Pickens. I see and Tyrese Stevenson. I feel like all those guys can make an instant impact on this team and be instant starters and make a big impact on this team, man. So let us know. We're going to have the question right underneath here, man. Also, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, hit that big red icon right underneath this video so you can be notified every time that we drop a video, and you can become a new subscriber. And every time we do our weekly 2-week poll, your name can be picked to win some kind of Chicago Bears memorabilia, man. Go check on our page right here on YouTube and see a little bit of our prize options. Like I said, we didn't give away championship rings. We didn't give away plaques, quilts, everything, man. So hit that big red subscribe button. And this coming August, we got an opportunity for you guys to win a pair of preseason tickets with a $25 gift card for your opportunity to see your Chicago Bears live, man. Yes, Justin Fields live on the field. We only doing that right here at Bears News Network, no place else, man. So hit that big red icon button. We appreciate you. Okay, so I wanted to talk about with you guys about something else that really stood out to me that I mentioned earlier in the video, and that was all the Bears draft picks have athletic scores of 8 or more. And they do this relative athletic score, I guess, and it's metric used to grade players to see, if they're elite or not. So they usually take your size, your explosion, your speed, and your agility, and they use all of that combined from your pro day and or your combine, and they assign you a grade from 0 to 10. All Bears rookies that Ryan Poles drafted has an 8 or higher, which is considered elite athletes. And that's what Ryan Poles wants. He wants athletes, big, fast, physical players that are athletes. And it's starting to see that it's a trend. Like when you see with the picks that he picked, they're all athletic. Even though they're big people and big men, they're still athletic, very athletic. And that's something that Ryan Poles said that he looks for. So just something to keep in mind, man. That really stood out to me. So they're all considered to be elite level talent type of players, man. And that's just good scouting by Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, man. So that's just something that I wanted to talk with you guys about and just bring that up, man. So, like I said, let us know who is your favorite draft pick. Let us know. Put your answers right underneath this video and hit a thumbs up. Also, like I said, coming real soon, man. The ticket giveaway will be coming up soon in just a couple of months. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, man, hit that big red subscribe button so you can be notified when we give away the tickets. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, thank you guys for always supporting us over here at Bears News Network. We appreciate you. And like me and my boy Cootie always like to say, bear down.